Dream is front and center today. That's because Dream and Alec Benjamin have collaborated on Change My Clothes, the latest song from our favorite Minecraft blob. Welcome back, friends, and a special welcome to all the new friends out there. I'm YoBGS. Friendly reminder, if you are a new friend, check and make sure to see if you are subscribed, because at 100,000 subs, I am playing this guy, Dream, on the radio in the US, and I'll give you all the details on how you can listen if we get to that 100K. Now, as for Dream and Alec Benjamin, what I'm looking for in this song is for Dream to slow things down. I feel like, I don't know, you can hear in Road Trip and Mask a little bit of the nerves. He's been in the studio for a while. He's worked on songs for a bit. I think he's really gonna settle in and hit this one out of the park. I'm super pumped for it. Again, you might have heard me mention a few seconds ago, I'm a radio DJ, so I like to listen to these songs and think, could they be on the radio? All right, so here we have the lyric video for Dream and Alec Benjamin, Change My Clothes. Oh, I love these late night recordings. The song has just premiered. I've still kept myself in the dark about it. One other thing I do know before we get started though is the fact that Alec Benjamin actually has a bit of a higher range than Dream, and I think that's gonna be interesting to see how that plays into the song. Also, we have started the Dream Team podcast. Myself, Joey Sings, Nate Allen, Hot Sauce Beats. There's gonna be a link to our first video in the description. Make sure you check that out. Okay, the time for talk is over. Here we go. Change My Clothes. A little softer. Kind of what I was hoping for.
Don't lack imagination. I'm just too scared to try. Afraid that I won't make it. But if I never step outside.
Okay, I'm already loving this because, you know, in Road Trip especially, and in Mask to a lesser extent, some of the critics were saying that Dream had a lot of processing. You know what I mean? Had a lot of help when it came to the song. And here we're seeing, no, Dream can actually sing. Like I said, Dream's been in the studio, Dream's been working, and we're starting to see some of the fruits of the labor. By the way, as far as a radio song goes, solid intro, you know? You got plenty of time to be like, you're listening to the radio, and this is Change My Clothes. Also, 3 minutes, gotta love that. Wondering what language gonna look like here.
Don't lack imagination. I'm just too scared to try. Afraid that I won't make it. But if I never step outside of my comfort zone, here in my home, I'll never know where I could go. It's worth it to make some mistakes. You miss all of the shots that you don't take.
I really wanna change the world, but can't change my clothes. Wanna find a girl, but can't.
Oh, I have to go back a little bit. 2, I have to turn it up a little bit in what I'm listening to, because, oh my God, I want to change the world, but I can't change my clothes. Dude, it feels like this is another heavily Dream written song, and this is also very heavily about the ADD, ADHD world, where you have all of these aspirations, but the simple things, the daily routine, the things that a lot of people take for granted are the things that most trip you up. And I'm is that where we're going with this?
I'll never know where I could go. It's worth it to make some mistakes. You miss all of the shots that you don't take.
I really wanna change the world, but can't change my clothes. Wanna find a girl, but can't find my phone. I just lie in bed till the afternoon, dreaming about the things that I wanna do. If I wanna change the world, I should change myself. I should make my bed, I should dust the shelf. Shouldn't lie in bed till the afternoon, dreaming about the things that I wanna do.
Dude, and that's another huge part of the world of, like, and I know it's weird, but it's like my radio experience is combining with the fact that I have a degree in psychology as well. I know it all blends together in this really cool kind of way, but like, this is another thing that is huge for people, again, who struggle with ADD, ADHD. lists are a very big thing that you have to make. Because again, I deal with ADHD myself, because you're like, all right, I need to do this. Then your brain goes, well, but what about this? What about this? And you got, pretty soon you have a list of 900 things you have to do. And then your brain just goes, you know what? That's too much for me to do. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to lay in bed all day. And this hits the nail on the head here. And I love, I said it in the intro, I love that it's softer.
Till the afternoon, dreaming about the things that I want to do.
This is a vibe.
Things that I want to do.
It's like a Starbucks vibe.
Calculations seem bulletproof to me. There can be no humiliation without accountability. If I just stay home here all alone in my comfort zone, but now I know it's worth it to make some mistakes. You miss all of the shots that you don't take.
I really wanna change the world, but can't change my clothes. Wanna find a girl, but can't find my phone. I just lie in bed till the afternoon, dreaming about the things that I wanna do. If I wanna change the world, I should change myself. I should make my bed, I should dust the shelf. Should I lie in bed till the afternoon, dreaming about the things that I wanna do.
That hook is so hooky, because that will get stuck in your head so bigly. I know bigly's not even really a word, but like if you listen, I cut back to the beginning of the chorus here because it almost sounds like Dream's growing up a little bit as the song goes on.
Calculations seem bulletproof to me. There can be no humiliation without accountability. If I just stay home here all alone in my comfort zone,
right?
But now I know it's worth it to make some mistakes.
See, there you go.
You miss all of the shots that you don't take.
I really wanna change the world, but can't change my clothes. Wanna find a girl, but can't find my phone.
I like that thought though, like the coming to the realization that like it's okay not to be perfect. And it's hard because like I always say that the second step is the hardest one, because you can take the first step. You know, it's like if you get back to the gym, you get into working out, things like that. Like you can get into the gym, but then day 2, when you're sore, you know, it's always easy to make that first try. But if that doesn't go the way you want it to, having to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, try again, that's the hard part. That's the hard stuff. And it seems like that's kind of what they're getting at here, is this whole vibe of like, it's worth it, you know? Gotta get out there. And then I just love this chorus, man. It's so good.
Make my bed, I should dust the shelf. Should lie in bed till the afternoon, dreaming about the things that I wanna do.
Third verse? Or a little bit of a break?
About the things that I wanna do. I'd rather find out than regret. Never try now, I won't let inhibitions take control.
Alec crushing it.
I'd rather fail than spend my life in a jail of my very own creation. Of my very own creation.
Get after it. Let's go.
I really wanna change the world, but can't change my clothes. Won't find
the combination, the way they like harmonize off of each other is so good. It gives me that like, almost want to say, you know, a Jason Mraz, a Mark McGrath, that whole vibe of like, both of their voices, they're so light, they're so airy. You feel like if a strong breeze came through while you were listening to this, it would pick Dream, it would pick Alec Benjamin up and just carry them off into the distance. Like that's how, I don't know, it's real subject matter, but sung about in just a way that's nice. I don't know, like I love the vibe.
Can't find my phone, I just lie in bed till the afternoon. About the things that I wanna do. If I wanna change the world,
now we gotta bring it home.
Change myself, I should make my bed, I should dust the shelf. Should lie in bed.
We going hard out or we going fade?
About the things that I wanna do.
Echo. I honestly was not expecting the hard out there. I thought, see, and I keep getting trolled on this because you hear like the ooh, ooh. I just assumed that they were gonna kind of slow fade, bring it down a little bit, but then they kick it back in one more time. And out. See, and in radio, because you have to program the ins and the outs of songs, and you have to kind of mash them together, you know, to make everything kind of go smoothly. The ins and the outs I always pay so much attention to, but I like that because you get that ooh, and then it's boom into the like, this is your radio station. But the song itself, we're seeing the many faces, I feel, of Dream. And they're playing out in like real time as the months go by and we get more and more songs. This is a much more vulnerable Dream, you know? Because this is the Dream that he's not confidently singing about going out without his mask, you know? He's not singing about his relationships and kind of putting himself in that outer shell. Like, this is the inner stuff. It's a lighter song, which again, is a lot more vulnerable. It's Dream's voice with a lot less processing on it. And it kicks butt, friends. It rocks. Like, I'm about it. Again, we're in a time now where with a lot of the music that we're playing, it's soft. It's ballads. It's sad. Like, again, this is something I would love to bring to the radio. You know, I'm gonna be taking it to my bosses and all that kind of stuff because this is a breath of fresh air. This is something we need. I'm hoping you vibed with it as much as I did. Let me know in the comments down below how you felt about it. And as always, friends, take care, have a great one, and I will see you in the next one. Let's go.